Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The Ahmed Lawan led 9 Senate and also Femi Gbajamelia led House of Representatives since his inauguration last year has been in the news always for the wrong reason. It's either Nigerians call them rubber stamp Senate, or they say they are working in line with executives to do what we maybe refer to as inimical to the people of Nigeria. But right now, it's becoming quite different. As last week, the Senate mandated its Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petition to investigate claims that some lawmakers got contracts awarded by the NDDC. The committee is expected to submit its report within the next 4 weeks to enable the Red Chamber take a decision on lawmakers found culpable. This is not the first time the Senate will be turning the heat on its members. It is, however, the first since the inauguration of the Senate last year. The most recent instance was the inaugural marks theft scandal, wherein the deputy president of the Senate, Ovia Omoagege, allegedly led talks to snatch the mass while plenary was ongoing. This happened on the 18th of April 2018. Omoagege, who was suspended by his colleagues, frustrated every move by the Senate to adopt the recommendation of the committee that probed him. Ironically, the same senators who called for Omoagege's head elected him deputy president of the Ninth Senate 14 months after the invasion. The character is in the ongoing power play are at loggerheads over the control of the NDDC. Omoagege, who is believed to be main arrowhead of the probe, is allegedly pained that his candidate, who was screened by the Senate as the substantive managing director of the NDDC, was done by President Muhammadu Buhari, and Akpabio has covertly taken over the control of the intervention agency. It is also unclear if anything significant will come from the probe, as many pundits are already doubtful that it may just be a plot to offer a soft landing for embattled senators by the leadership of the upper legislative chambers. The man at the center of the controversy, as we all know, is the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio. Last Monday, when he appeared before the House of Representatives ad hoc committee investigating alleged financial recklessness, claimed that over 60% of contracts in the NDDC were given to members of the National Assembly. Akpabio escalated his claim in a letter addressed to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, where he listed names of members of both chambers of the National Assembly involved in contract scam in NDDC. According to the letter, Akpabio listed Senator Peter Nwabushi, who chaired the Committee on Niger Delta Affairs, against 53 projects, which included emergency repairs of Asu Street, Owa Phase 2, emergency repairs of Idumogbe Road via Ojemaye, emergency repairs of Otolokbo College Road, Otolokbo, and emergency repair of Police Issue Ani Oku Road, Isele Uku. They also included emergency repairs of Osapele Agbo Road, Ibiaruku, emergency repairs of Ohehe Obada Road, Obaho Road, emergency repair of Honorable Ifeanyi Aboigbe Street, Boji, Owa Stroke, Godswill Street, Owa Aleru, and emergency repair of Ahiama Oku to Obuocha Oku, among others. Also, the minister listed Mutu's name against 74 projects, which include various emergency road projects in Delta, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, and River State. Other lawmakers that Akpabio listed projects against are Senator Matthew Eruhide, 6, James Manager 6, Sam Anyanwu 19, and others simply identified as Ondo and Edo reps. To show you some typical example, here we attach a document showing nature of contracts, amount of such contract, in some cases dates of award and beneficiaries. Some were awarded to the two chairmen of both committees in the House of Representatives and the Senate, respectively, serving at the period of the award. It has also been known that the two chairmen of the Committee on NDDC in both chambers yearly exhibit unusual influence to the exclusion of committee member and even the management of the NDDC in appropriating funds to details embellished in the budget after passage of line items at the plenaries. In the 2019 budget, the executive director project forwarded to me the attached list of 19 numbers of all contracts amounting to almost 9 billion after tax that the House of Representative Committee Chairman on NDDC, Honorable Tunji Ojo, insisted the IMC of NDDC must pay before 2019 budget details could be released to the Commission. To show you some typical example, here we attach a document showing nature of contracts, amount of such contract, in some cases date of contracts and beneficiaries. Some were awarded to the two chairmen of both committee in the House of Rep and in the House of Senate, saving the period of the award. However, due to the 48 hours notice, the forensic auditors could not sieve through the thousands of files in their possession to provide more. Part of the letter that and the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs reads. NDDC Director of Corporate Affairs Charles Odili had earlier fired a salvo when he boldly claimed that Nwabuchi has questions to answer. He claimed their findings revealed that Nwabuchi used fronts to secure contracts valued at the above sum from the commission. And in his allegation, he said, our record shows that Senator Nwabuchi used 11 front companies owned or traceable to him to secure contracts of 3.6 billion in September 2006, in which it perhaps the biggest single case of looting of the commission resources. The said companies stroke business names are Non-Integrated Services, the Towers Construction and Allied Services Limited, Frankson Nigerian Enterprise, Erihad Company, Isumade UK Global, Benmark Construction and Allied Services Company, Millstone Allied Builders Limited, Nelpat Nigerian Company, Agron Venture, Edendoma Star International, and Atla Construction and Allied Works Limited. Odili further alleged, and I quote his word, he said that the inventory record shows that these items were supplied and received on Senator Nwabuchi's business premises and warehouse. Meanwhile, the contracts were awarded to him. He equally claimed that all supply agreements were signed by one person, Mr. Abamuche Nelson, traceable to Senator Nwabuchi. According to him, the action was in flagrant contravention of Section 54, subsection 4A and D of the Public Procurement Act. Reacting, Nwabuchi refuted the claim. However, Nwabuchi, in a recent statement, said the allegations were nothing but a national embarrassment that must stop. According to him, none of all the 11 companies listed belongs to him as far as record at the Corporate Affairs Commission are concerned. He challenged the NDDC official to substantiate the allegation with the required document implicating him as evidence if they have. The smear campaign and character assassination of people perceived to be stumbling block against the rot in NDDC over the years must stop in the national interest. Those were his words. The statement signed by his Special Assistant on Legislative and Media Affairs, Luke Egbonoba, reads, the chariots in the past weeks by the Interim Management Committee of the Niger Delta Development Commission to blackmail a routine tax of the National Assembly to perform its oversight function as stated in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has no doubt become a national embarrassment. More so is the unchargeable and condemnable law of smear campaign against members of the institution, churning out blatant lies that are easily verifiable. The latest being a press release signed by a supposed civil servant on allegations that are completely false and unfounded. They listed 11 companies and ascribed ownership to distinguished Senator Peter Nwabuchi. These are companies that he does not know nor has anything to do with. A simple search at Corporate Affairs Commission will at least show both former and present directors. How do you libellously claim a man owns company that perhaps belong to other people? Apparently, the officials may have direct generated names of companies they have probably used to siphon the people's common patrimony. Everyone involved must face the wrath of the law, as it is expected that due diligence should precede any contract award. In any case, if the contracts were actually awarded in 2016 as alleged, the forensic audit, which covers the period, is expected to expose every detail surrounding this contract and save the public from this shameless falsehood. We strongly challenge NDDC to avail the public of the names of directors and shareholders of all the companies. For the untamed time, Senator Nwabuchi once again declared that he is neither a director nor shareholder in any of the companies listed by NDDC. Nigerians are aware that the misleading press release is just another desperate attempt to rescue the already shredded and tattered image of Godswill Akpabio. Already, the National Youth Council of Nigeria has reacted to the development. Addressing newsmen in Abuja, the president of the council, Solomon Ododo, while condemning Bajamelia's alleged refusal to read out names of indicted lawmakers, said Mr. Speaker did not do us justice when he did not disclose to the National Assembly that the list of the beneficiary he demanded has been disclosed and attached to the letter sent to him. Bajamelia's decision to cover up his colleagues is unfair to the fight against corruption, quest for transparency, and to the commonwealth of our nation. We therefore urge Mr. Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila to resign for covering up for a set of people who had aid and breached the rules of contract. All the National Assembly members who benefited from the contract without executing them should be prosecuted to serve as deterrent to those who may want to follow a similar path. It is clear case of organized crime to have individuals who benefited from illegality now rising to probe this fact that their illegality is being exposed. We call on all the anti-crime agency and security agencies to, in line with the directive of President Muhammadu Buhari, immediately proceed and go ahead with their investigation of the matter. The youth said they were firmly in support of the forensic audit instituted by the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs because it has exposed those who have benefited in the corruption that has festered in the NDDC. All right, you've heard the news, and I want you to comment. What do you think will come up now that virtually all the senators involved are shaking like jellyfish? Do you think that they will continue with the investigation into this, and do you think that they will